Hey, welcome to the Sunday shave. Hope you've had a great week and having a good weekend. And as always, if you're working this weekend, whatever you're doing, wherever you are, many thanks. Okay, a new razor for me, and a new other product which Mrs. H spotted and said, well, she bought it thinking I might like to use it. So first things first, RazoRock Eco razor. This is what they call it. Yeah, Eco Black RazoRock Eco, single edged, half a DE blade. And what I do, the way I do it, this is a Personna Red. Leave the blade in the packet and just fold it in half, and you'll hear it click both sides. Make sure it's level, obviously, and then you get something like that. That's focusing. So I've already loaded this one, Personna Red. I'll show you just a 3-piece non-adjustable SE razor, very light. It is a metal construction. You can see the blade there, and it sits nicely. And Stephen Scott bought it, and it wasn't his cup of tea, and he asked would I like to try it, so I've bought it off him. And so many thanks, Stephen. Hopefully be interesting actually to use it. Some lined knurling on the bit there, so that's for the, well, that's what I'll use it for, and then smooth there, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, so I thought I'm using the RazoRock. I'll use their brush, RazoRock 400 synthetic, beautiful brush. And soap of choice is going to be the Muhle Aloe Vera. Aloe Vera. Yeah. I've soaked a few drops in there, hot. So I'll wet the face. This is coming on nicely. Very nice. So what's the shave? Wet the brush. No need to soak the old synthetic. And if anybody asks, you know, when I buy a razor off somebody, or I have a used razor, or I borrow a razor, I always sterilize it with I use some sterilizing soap and antibacterial, and a little toothbrush, and clean it and wash it, and then rinse it in hot water, and then we're good to go. This does rattle around a bit, but I love the scent of this aloe vera. Thank you. So, what's the shave of the day for you Sunday? And I'd also like to say a big belated happy birthday to Gavin. Hope you had a good one, Gavin. Happy birthday for Friday, last Friday. And I hope Natalie's treated you to lashentos of alcohol and gravy. Or a meal containing gravy. Or whatever. I hope you had a great day. Or even shaving stuff. You never know, do you? Oh, it's a lovely scent. Go on, have a wafter of that. Okay. That'll do. That will do. Peaked to perfection. We've had another sort of cold week. Forecast bad was Thursday, but we missed it, thankfully. But I know the further down south you went, the worse it got, and there was a lot of flooding, and I hope none of you were affected or any damage anyway. A lot of flooding. The grounds, it's very wet here. It's got to be, it must be wet because the farmers are complaining it's too wet. Here we go. Looking forward to this. sure if I've shown you the exposure of the blade there, but looks a good exposure, but I don't know if it looks worse than it is. Anyway, let's try it. Here we go. RazoRock Eco. Very nice. A mid-aggression, you can hear the blade and you can feel it, but in a comfortable way for me so far. Question I had in the comments of a previous video, I think it was under the slant bar video 39C. What's the difference between a slanted razor and a standard in the shave? Well, obviously they are different, because one is slanted and one isn't. They look different, but in shaving, for me, there's no difference in the feel. Obviously it cuts differently because there's a bit of a slant, so it's cutting, the blade's cutting at an angle, but I can't feel any different, and it doesn't shave any different for me. You know, I can't say, wow, that was better than a slant is better than a straight bar razor, or either vice versa. Called I thought I had the little that's the first successful pass. So far it feels nice. Nice soap, bit of slickness there, but that should get better as we go. Any plans this weekend then? You know, if you're working, obviously you're working, but if you're not working, have you got plans? I was given some cooking apples this last week by a work colleague of mine, and I had about 6 good size. Not sure the variety actually, but I did an apple crumble, and I only quickly, some cinnamon in it, and I put some caramelized the apple as I cooked them, which is basically adding sugar, and there's none of it left. Mrs. H loved it. It was nice. Fair play. Okay, nice treat. Don't have it often. It's a sort of a seasonal thing for us, that, because yeah, so this weekend dinner, across the growth now, RazoRock Eco. So far so good. Personna Red, brand new blade in half, obviously. Pork chops. Just fancied some pork this week. And some Welsh potatoes, which yeah, I'll steam them. What else have I got? Carrots, potatoes, carrots. What else? What's the veg I got? Cabbage. That's right. And lashentos of gravy, and I'll make the gravy with the water from the cabbage. when we were young kids, my grandmother used to make us, when she did on a Sunday, if she was boiling cabbage, she'd make us all drink about that much of a cup of the water when it was warm. Oh, God. Good for you though, you see. These people... You can hear it, can you? Good audio feedback. It sounds worse than it feels, for me. It's a very light razor. Almost has a very, has a tinny sound. But, apart from that little piece there, good slickness to the soap, nice mild scent. We'll gather a bit more, and then have you ever tried this soap or a cream maybe? If you haven't, there you go. I'm enjoying this. Against the growth, see how we get on. A bit late telling you, but the balance is just there. Yes. It's not as aggressive as the Supply single edge, but for me it's a sort of a mid aggression. I'm not sure the construction, what the metal is, if it's aluminium or some light metal, but it's nice. It'll say on their website probably. Very nice. And what else? Oh, I got some, there was a deal on some lager, so I've got plenty of stock of that if you fancy popping round. And I got some cider. I'm going to make my own cider this next week. Apple and pear cider, very easy. It'll be about 9% in strength roughly. Right, 9% in strength, but it's going to be 3, 2, 1. Pick up time, baby. That's lovely. Nice brush. Long handle, handy if you've got a, well, something like this, if your soap's down there. It's a good long handle to it. Good for deep dishes, should we say. Here we go. Listen to that. Just make sure the edges are done. Now on there, it looks wonky, but in the mirror, it's straight. Well, it does to me. Looks. It's fine. Took some there as well. Look at this. Overdoing it on here. Wow. Perfect. Cold water rinse, and we're going to stay wet because I'm going to use the Alum Block today. Nice. And here it is. You can tell how this is shrunk. That's the size of the box. So that was the size of it. But can't remember where I got it actually. Yeah, a bit of a sting on the neck area, which you'd expect. But otherwise, beautiful. Right, give that a rinse in a minute. Oh yeah, I'll show you that in a minute. The aftershave I'm going to put on in a minute. Somebody asked in the comments of the last video, have I used this 4711 cologne? And I presume you mean this one. Yeah, it's very nice. I've tried it many times. Well, you can see. I haven't used it a lot, but it's nice. It's Eau De Cologne, that's right. So I'll just rinse this off. Cold. That is cold. Nice orange, cream, lemony colours. Yellow, you mean? Okay. So here we go with the 4711. And now to the new product Mrs. H bought me. Home bargain, she found this for £4-ish. And she thought I'd like to try it. It's a new Stubble Smart by L'Oreal Men Expert Hydra Energetic Moisturising Gel. Now, I'm not a gel person, but this is a skin and stubble. So it's a non-sticky one, so that's good news for me. It's one of the reasons I'm not keen on them. So what it is, it's ideal really for this. Look at this, like a bloodbath here. It's sharper than you think. That doesn't feel mid-aggression. It's supposed to be like old Freddy Krueger's shaved me. Anyway, it's for stubble. So if you've got a stubble, it softens all that, and it's for your skin as well. So it's, as I say, it's ideal for me with having stubble and skin. And here it is. It's a sort of a clear. There is a sort of a blue tint to it. Clear. You can see. So, I'm not sure if we just... Oh, you have to unlock it, isn't it? So, see. Oh yeah, so it's like it comes out clear actually. You can see that. Oh, it's a gorgeous scent that. Wow, didn't expect that. Wow, that's better than I thought. I shouldn't judge things. Because I've used gels for so many years, the old gels, especially shaving gels, used to be terrible. Just gunky and sticky and ruined the razors. I've just put a bit more on there because I like that. Wow. Pleasant scent as well. But it does say avoid around your eyes for obvious reasons, but rules are made for breaking for me. So that's it, it's lovely. So many thanks, Mrs. H. L'Oreal Men Expert Hydra Energetic Moisturising Gel Skin and Stubble. And that is it. I'll leave you to it. So RazoRock Eco single edge half blade. Very nice, mid-aggression, light, worked for me, but I have made a bit of a mess of my neck actually, gone too near. So it's a closer shave than you think, or I felt, but it's done the job. I'd rather see blood and know I've gone right as far as I can go than not see and just feel stubble. That annoying. RazoRock 400 synthetic brush, beautiful. We've used the Muhle 41 Aloe Vera shaving soap. Alum Block, hello Alum. 4711 Eau De Cologne, beautiful stuff, and this new L'Oreal gel. Enjoy Sunday, have some great shaves, good health, happiness, and I'll see you on Wednesday for the midweek shave. Take care.